Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your
Krishna,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Gauranga. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Purchase your tracks today.
Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, oh my goodness.
Beats by SV.com.
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks today.
Hari Hari. Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. All right. So turn your mics on and let's chant some japa here.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Rama
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, oh my Lord.
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare.
Rama Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna. Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Ram, Hari
Chaitanya,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari 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 Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Hari Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Ram, Hari Ram, Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari Krishna, Krishna, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna, Hari Hari
Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hari Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hari Hari Ram, Hari
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Ram. Oh my God.
Hare Krishna,
Hari Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hari Hari,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hari Hari Ram, Hari Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram, Ram, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari,
Rama
Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hari Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Ram,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hari
Krishna
Hari, Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hari
Rama
Hari,
Hare Rama
Hari Ram, Hari Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari,
Rama
Hari
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari,
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari,
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram, Hari Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Ram, Hari Ram, my Lord Krishna, Hari Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Oh
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram, Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram, Ram,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hare, Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Hare,
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
It's
Hare.
unbelievable. I can't believe this is
Hare
unbelievable.
Rama,
No
Hare
way.
Rama,
No
Rama
way.
Rama.
No way could it
No,
be like this.
nothing better than this.
Oh my God. forgive my words. Krishna is always full of surprises. I just love it, man. What a relationship, man. Unbelievable. Lord Caitanya really knows how to live, man. Well, he's the life, I guess. So, of course, he knows how to live. I was remembering that statement that Lalita quoted. Lord Caitanya said, "You can't go away, Haridas. Whatever happiness I have is due to your association." I thought, wow, man, what a statement that is, man. Devotees always feeling like that. Yeah. Whatever happiness. See, that's what we find out what real happiness is, real love is, real everything is, with this relationship. Otherwise, we're living an unreal life, temporary, miserable, inauspicious. Kicking people, kicking us, ping pong back and forth, action and reactions. This is such, it's not a wonder why, when you start to realize this, why Lord Caitanya said there's no other way. Thank you. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. Chanting the holy name. It's like the Lord becomes closer and closer and closer until you're together again forever. And whenever you call, he's there. See, it's devotional service. Even Maya Devi wanted to come here to relish that association here on this earth planet, by calling out the name. She took initiation from Haridas. It's fantastic, man, this whole thing. God, and I have such nice friends. Nothing, one blessing after another. My goodness, why anybody wouldn't want to be here? They have to be insane. Crazy. Well, most people are. What are you going to do? Maya makes you a bit crazy. Yeah. See, Lord Caitanya is the safe bridge to the spiritual world. One devotee today, Fernando, was showing me this one guy, Premananda's. I don't know exactly which Premananda this is. There's so many. But it's, all in the name of Raganuga. So many bewilderments. So many bewilderments. Totally sahajas, and even in these Vaishnava groups, these Raganuga, and the Narayan Raj groups, some sects, they go in a little bit off, way off actually, and mixing sex with this pure love, thing. There's nothing to do with that. That's, for this level, but because it's so high, what's being given here is so high, so deep, so difficult to attain, that people will they're speculating anything to get it, in some other way, except by going through the narrow gate, is the devotee themselves. It's just so simple. Lord Caitanya said, you devotees, you have real, genuine love for me. See, love of God, love of Krishna. The real devotion, real devotees. Therefore, you can give my transcendental body. You're the ones in charge of it. To whoever you choose, you put in the price. See, the price is a gift when, like if I have it, like Bhakti Vinod had it, and Bhakti Srila Prabhupada had it, but the price was, well, we're not going to really give it out fully yet. See, so there's a price. Well, you spend some time in Vaidhi Bhakti, whether it's 50 years or 50 lifetimes, depending. Okay? So that's the price. You got to. Narayan Raj also said, you many lifetimes. That's the price. What is the price here? Well, we reduced the price. Any takers out there? You want this, the highest at the reduced price? Just come associate regularly with the devotees, chant with us. And you'll get the highest gift, you'll get the highest treasure, the greatest treasure. Even the demigods, the great beings in heaven would want this. Yeah. Man, to open your mouth and you have the association of the Lord and you feel it. You experience the benefits. It's no dry affair. Love affairs are not meant to be dry, right? That's why people have them. It's juicy. That's why in affairs, they make you a bit naughty. Gauhari's a bit naughty. He's a naughty boy. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to chant in front of everybody like this. Neither are you. We're not supposed to, right? Ask any Vaidhi Bhakti. We're not supposed to be doing this. See, we get happy customers here, like Amy says. You're a happy customer, Amy? Satisfied customer? She keeps coming back. Must be satisfied customer, huh? Fanny also. Lalita and Tom, River. Yeah, must be something good here, huh? So let's finish this chapter. Let's try to. Chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita. There is no work that affects me. This is 14. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in fruitive reactions of work. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. That's why I see the devotees, they chant the holy name, and then the Lord comes, and they're associating with the Lord. Where's the fruit of action in that? It's perfect satisfaction. It's like, what? Is this springtime just appeared? You just enjoy the spring. You ever have a spring day? It's beautiful. The sun is out and everything. You just want to bask in the sun, right? That's Krishna. That's the meeting with Krishna, the devotee. It's like, wholeness is achieved. Everything is achieved. Perfect happiness, perfect love, perfect freedom. It's all there. Who the heck would aspire for any fruits of action when you got that? See? Yeah. So the Lord doesn't aspire, but there is inspiration. There is aspiration. The devotees always, this meeting is so wonderful that you become addicted, right? You want this meeting again and again. So you do aspire for something, but it's transcendental. And that's good, to aspire for the association of Krishna. See? Otherwise, you're going to expire. You either aspire or you're going to expire. You have an expiration date, we all, right? So you better attain Krishna before the expiration date. And all you need is the aspiration. How could you not be affected by the aspiration of real devotees, not the fakes, not the show bottles, the ones who have real aspiration? How would you know what it is to aspire for this? It's so subtle. Yeah, you need to find the devotees and be in their association. And then you think, wow, that looks really good. See, it's like you go to a good movie, man. Wow, every day, that looks really good. You mean I can get this too? Yeah, that's what it's about, man. We're here to relish this happiness and to share it. Simple. Simple mission, isn't it? Great mission. Yeah, and whoever gets this is liberated from miseries forever. The miseries of birth, death. What did Prabhupada used to say? Birth, death, old age, disease. See, disease. Oh, when Krishna appears, oh, where's the disease? No disease. Disease is dis-ease. Yeah. Men get results from fruitive work in this world. And quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. See, quickly. But this is even quicker if you go this path and take the gift and the mercy of the Lord. Can you imagine? This is very hard to get what we have here. You think a guy like Gaur Haridas can attain this? Or anybody here? Look what we read in the scriptures, how hard it is. That's why you see people read Bhagavatam and they get this impression they got to do austerities, because there's a lot of that in there, right? A lot of austerities you got to do to attain bhakti. Look at Kapila Dev. Hey, you mom, I'm sorry, man. You're going to work for this. You got to sit in that cold water for 20 years, man. Get skinny from all your fasting. And then we'll give you a little drop of a little bhakti. Prahlad preached the tough path, man. No sex, no, and just think of Krishna constantly. And the demigods, you can read right in the Bhagavad, the demigods said, we can't even follow the path of Prahlad. See? But that's what they teach, because nobody knows the mercy of Lord Caitanya. It's like the best kept secret. Yeah, Maya doesn't want you to know unless you go through the narrow gate. You got to find a real associate of Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, all you find is the ones who are not real deep associates, and they teach you the tough path, don't they? Austerities and all that. They don't know the mercy. They don't believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva. It's just like a revival of Krishnadas Kaviraj's preaching. He even said back then, they just don't believe in the mercy. They want to do the austerities, they want to do the renunciation and all the tough things and the Vaidhi things and the ceremonies, and they want to die in that because simply they don't believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva. You see the preaching here? Gaur Haridas believes in the mercy of the Panchatattva because he's a recipient of the mercy of the Panchatattva. And others coming here are becoming recipients of the mercy of the Panchatattva. So I know it's bona fide. If it didn't work, I'd be out of here, man. It's so it doesn't, not only does it work for me, it's working for you guys coming here too. Now, how could I reject such a path that works so beautifully? How can you? You got to be big fool, big insane lunatic, not to take advantage of the mercy of Lord Caitanya here. Demonstrated here in Guru, in the Sadhus, witness testimony, confirmed by their experience and confirmed triply by the Shastras. You are completely insane if you will not accept. Don't tell me you're a Krishna devotee or a Radha devotee. You're an idiot if you don't accept this mercy. I totally get why people have a hard time accepting this preaching. It's just so true, you know? It's like smacking the false ego, man. It's tough. I think they got to go through you as first, because come in here is tough, man. That's why I say I warn you all. You just stick with the beautiful chanting unless you come here at your own risk, you know, of totally misunderstanding all of this, you know. But it's absolutely true. People are insane. You're on the Vaidhi level is full of hypocrisies. Even though you're sincerely a hypocrite. Yeah, you don't know Krishna. You know, Jarasandha was a sincere hypocrite. You don't know Krishna. Gave charity to Brahmins, followed all the rules like the Vaidhi Bhaktas in ISKCON. Oh yeah, he worshipped God. His God was Vishnu. His God, right? Vishnu's God. But the real Krishna is Satchidananda. That's the one that's very rarely seen in this world. Oh, very rarely really preached about, because only a Satchidananda empowered person can preach about such a Lord of so truthfully, so clearly, so ecstatically. Otherwise, nobody knows. Oh, he's the great mystery God. That's what the Bible says. God is the great mystery. He's a mystery because nobody knows Satchidananda. No one manifests Satchidananda in this world. No one manifests the glories of Satchidananda. See? By word and by deed. Because only those close devotees, intimate associates can do it. No one else can. No one else knows. You got to be, again, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. No one knows such mysteries. And if you want to know, you have to hear it from them. And then get the experience, which is only available when real devotees are here, like that. Real intimate associates, not reverent, not people at a distance. They can't. How can they give you what they don't have? See, Lord Caitanya had an intimate relationship with Krishna, didn't he? Nityananda also. Therefore, they could give it. If you're not like that, how can you give such truth? Doesn't anybody want that? Well, you have to see where it is, where a person is actually, oh, this guy's an actual spiritual master. Yeah, they call the spirit, and the spirit comes and gives them happiness like Haridas, makes them ecstatically happy. There you go. You hang around people like that, how can you not be affected? Oh, you're so affected. People get so affected here when they come here and they begin to develop a taste for this truth and for this ecstatic worship. Oh, they surpass these gurus. You surpass thousands of ISKCON gurus who don't even know this exists, but you do. Some reason, by some good fortune, you do realize the value of this. And just by realizing and appreciating the value and glorifying it, imbibing it, oh, you surpass everybody on all these other paths. You're better than the Dalai Lama, who's a WEF member anyway. which we're finding out. You're better than all these gurus. You're better than any of the people here. Because you got the greatest gift. You found the real path that isn't being preached by anyone, not preached by Narayan Raj, right? Nobody received this. Not preached by anybody, but you're a recipient of this mercy. Therefore, you become a distributor, the natural distributor. And people get more benefit from my students and disciples and friends here than from any of those gurus, any one of them. You go to them, you don't get one pinch of the benefit that my disciples are getting. I mean, I'm just observing. It's not like I'm speculating or exaggerating. I just see with my own eyes. Because I guess I got some eyes. Some real eyes. Asian. Hey, this is it, man. Treasure's here. Hey, it's like Paul Revere and the Raiders, you know. Paul Revere and the Redcoats again. Hey, the treasure's here. Hey, anybody know? Treasure's here. Treasure's here. Treasure. What's the treasure? Treasure. What's the treasure? Yeah, treasure's here, man. Ecstatic love is here, man. Isn't that? It's the basis of Krishna conscious movement. It's the reason why we're all worshiping Krishna and in the Hare Krishna movement. Of course, nobody knows that except here. We know this is the reason to worship Hare Krishna is to chant His name with ecstatic devotion. We know that we're announcing it to the world. Hey, you Vaidis out there. Hey, Carolina. Hey, Carolina, wake up, man. This is not going on. You got to take notice. Or whoever's out there. Yeah, don't you want Krishna in this life? Yeah, you know, we've got Krishna. Yeah, we got Krishna. We got Lord Caitanya. We got Radha even. Yeah, Radha's here. Everyone, the whole bunch is here. The whole gang. Come here and they'll gang up on you and love bomb you. See, you got to be kind of like that. What was Jesus doing? Same kind of, he knew he had a treasure, right? And God said, distribute it. So he went out, preach here and there and everywhere. He's going to temples. Run that guy out of town, man. He's crazy, man. He's too happy. See, this is a problem. We're too happy for them, Lalita. That's a problem. It's a problem for people. You're too happy, man. Too much love. You're not grave enough. We want to see people in a grave. Everything's about death, you know. Death, even Christians. Jesus died for you. He bled all over. He's bloody, you know. Bloody sacrifice, man. This is a world of death, man. Death cult. We're a life cult. Isn't it nice? Life, just come here. We'll give you life. We'll give you truth, man. Truth is life. Ecstatic love, man. Oh, wow. What a treasure that is. It stays with you forever, man. I got a lot of wealth, man. Every day I come to collect wealth. I go into the gold mine every day. Isn't it nice? We come here to go to work. And it's not even, it's you know, you ask a gold miner, and when they go in a gold mine, if they feel like they're working, no, man, they're just collecting that gold because it's beautiful, right? So rare. There's just the work is like nothing. That's what it is. You go into the mine of Krishna, man. It's like, yeah, you're working, man. This is work, but it's not like work because it's too much. The treasure is great. It's fantastic. Don't even think of the effort of chanting the holy name. Talking about Krishna, just kind of like, well, hey, man, I'm collecting gold, distributing gold. I love it, man. What a great thing. Collecting and distributing at the same time. Giving and receiving at the same time. See? That's pure devotional service. Giving and receiving at the same time. That's the way Lord Caitanya preached. That's pure devotional service. That's the way we receiving at the same time. That's the way Lord Caitanya preached. That's pure devotional service. You come here, you get better at this practice.
Let's pray, Lord Caitanya.
Yamuna's mic? Is it on? Yeah, shut your mic there, Yamuna. The Christians are a death cult. Kill your guru to get liberation. Yeah. Well, the Lord is very merciful. Just because you believe in Jesus, and that's a kind of a Jewish thing. Who knows? I don't. But still, the Lord gives them a result. Just gives them because they believe in Jesus, really. And they're not worshiping any mundane persons. That means a lot. And maybe there is something to that. Who knows? The blood and all that stuff. But it's not. You don't have to. I mean, some people, they're intelligent. It's like, why would God have to kill his son? I mean, it's like, how are you going to make a bridge to the Father that you wouldn't? You got to start with the way a father is in this world. They want to give you life. They want to give you protection, right? But then you switch it over to a crazy idea that the father has to kill his son in order to give you life. This is kind of a worship and a little bit of a tinge of motive ignorance in that, or a big tinge. It's just like they got to kill an animal as a sacrifice to the Lord. It's worship in the mode of ignorance, actually. And the Lord, he says, well, it's the best they can do, See, but the sacrifice, this is the sacrifice. See, this is why I love Vaishnavism. I love these conceptions taught by the Goswamis and the associates of Lord Caitanya. Is so pristine, so true, so deep, so penetrating, so truthful. Why? Because that's the Lord. He's the perfect conception of the absolute truth. Yeah. And they do. Why go to a psychologist or psychiatrist when you got the best one? These Shastras here preached by real devotees. Just straighten your mind out, straighten your emotions out. See, you get ecstatic feeling. Why would anybody need to go to a psychologist because they're emotionally screwed up when you get the perfect emotions? Love of God. Straightens everything out, straightens your head out, man, because you got God's understanding, get God's knowledge. And only crazy people think you should enter an institution. Yeah, go ahead, Lolita.
Can I come back on this killing of Jesus Christ? We can have his bread.
Sorry, just a second here.
Oh.
It's wait a second. It's my fault here. I got to do something. Okay, go ahead there, Lolita.
Yeah, I come back on this killing of Jesus. We can have his bread and his blood without that he has been killed. Because this Holy Spirit, he gives it, this bread of life is the word of God.
Yeah. Yeah, these are metaphors that even Christians don't understand. Metaphors. You must eat my body and drink my blood. And now the demons speak like that. They like to eat the bodies of people and drink their blood. See? So if you attribute that to Jesus, then you think it's demoniac. Or you speculate and think, oh, yeah, I got to eat his body and drink his blood. That's why he lost 50 disciples, because they didn't understand the metaphor of that. See, his body, the body of God, is his word. In this world is his word. And the blood is this bhakti, this devotion, the spirit. It's the life. The life of the living entities in the world are the modes of nature, but it's not life at all. It's kind of like a glow, just of something very dark. It's illusions, because it's not the life of the transcendental potency. Yeah. So anyway, these are the mixtures and the lack of understanding. That's why God, if anybody's attracted here, you're very fortunate, because we can straighten everything out. The life, the blood is the life. See, the blood that's the devotion. See, and then it enables you to sit down at the table so you can eat the feast of the Word of God. That's the food of a devotee. That was this, all realized souls know that, but there's so few realized souls that everybody's speculating. Christians are speculating. Yeah. Yeah, everything's pretty messy in this world. It's a mess, and there are very few people that have a solid. I mean, we're probably only the real deal for real shelter in this world, as far as I can see. Vaidhi ain't strong enough, and all the Vaishnavas, the best they can do. They can say Raganuga all they want till they're blue in the face. But all they teach is Vaidhi, 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 because that's all they got. It's just like, Jarasanda's worshiping God. But if you look at his deeds, he's worshiping God in the form of Vishnu, the mode of goodness, rules, regulations, and all that. Well, in the name of Raganuga, Krishna and Radha, they're not doing that worship with that bhav that I've seen in Raganuga Sanghas. They're doing the Vaidhi thing. They're doing their deeds, their moods are Vaidhi, even though they're trying to speculate on the transcendental moods. It's a speculation. It's not a natural worship of Krishna, a natural attraction to Krishna Vrindavan. See? Because if you did have a natural attraction, you would teach it as it is. Your words would really clearly explain and point out and clarify the whole situation, if people were patient enough to listen to them. But people, they jump over everything. Yeah. So, whoever the Lord sees as serious will come here. Right? 16 people watching, that's pretty good. Out of many thousands of self-realized souls, hardly one knows me in truth. Okay, if hardly one knows Krishna in truth, well, how many people are going to come to such a person? At least at first. Not many. Because they're all going to those who don't know God and claim to know God. Oh, so many gurus and teachers out there like that, right? They made in ISKCON thousands of deliverers of the universe. There's so many, right? You'll go to these gurus and they'll deliver you out of illusion. Not. Not conclusive at all. Out of many thousands, hardly one knows. They don't know. If you knew Krishna in truth, you would be preaching real clear Guru Tattva, because that is the door for people. These people need to enter the friggin' door. What are they going to learn? Rasa Tattva? They don't even know Guru Tattva, the door to Rasa Tattvas and all the other truths. That's why Krishna said, here's the potency. You would meet people. Here's the potency. So you chant the holy name continuously, get the shelter of Krishna. See, you got the shelter of Krishna. You get the love of Krishna. You got the shelter of Krishna. You got the inspiration of the Supreme Lord. You've been hollowed out. He uses you as his flute in the world. And go and teach Bhagavad Gita and liberate people. Because the essence is there. Yeah, go and, liberate people. They need to know how to go in the door Otherwise, they always want to jump, man. They see too much ecstasy. They want to jump over into that. See? That's why you see Lolita and Johan, they preach about, oh yeah, I got it through my guru. You got to always keep that in their mind because they follow you. And otherwise, if they don't follow you, they try to jump over that like a kangaroo, right? See? Speaking of hardly, it's hard. No, it's normal to get an erection while glorifying God with the holy names. Seriously, no, actually, if you do, then there's something mixed in there because it's all up in the heart. The energy would go up in the heart. The blood goes up into the heart, into the tears and all that stuff. If you get an erection, sahaja. You're mixing. But you could because if you're getting purified. See, like Krishna, he meets, was it the hunchback or the prostitute? He meets a prostitute and she's attracted kind of in a mixture. There was some love there, but mixed in with sex, a sexual desire mixed in. And so he kept associating with her, and by she became a pure devotee, purely, So that can be there too. Yeah. Some people become attracted to guru, That's why a lot of them fall down. Yeah, because they're not ecstatic devotees, but they might be attracted to the guru sexually. Also, but also like they also attracted, but kind of mixture. But you keep chanting, you keep attending, and gradually it becomes pure love. Pure love for Krishna. This is how it is. See, the thing is, a lot of these gurus don't have real love, and they just fall into that, and then they preach. It becomes like that. I've seen gurus like that. There's one guy like that, Then it becomes a sex cult, It's all about they're taken down by the Maya. They're not really qualified. Yeah, pure love is love of God. Oh, that is so good. It's so clean, so pure. That's why for what's going on here, it's a miracle. It's a miracle we've got this going. Yeah. It's like going in is a fresh, pure spring without any dirt in it. The only dirt would be something that we've picked up, and we just go and take a bath in this. Krishna, that's his mercy, man, to be able to take it, he usually doesn't associate. You got to be qualified to associate with the Lord. And that's why people do all these other difficult paths. But the Lord wants to give his association as we are. What is Freddie saying? I don't even get one. Think about you. I don't even get one if I think about you.
An erection, Guru Maharaj.
Think about who? Andromeda? Oh, me. Well, Freddie, you must be so spiritually advanced. I tell you, Freddie should do some stand-up. He would be really good at it. Okay, whatever. What do we got here? Yeah, let's see. There is no work that affects me. Nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruit of reactions of work. See, you got to meet the real Lord. See, this personal meeting, you understand his nature. And it's so beautiful, it's so wonderful that you become like that. You begin to imbibe his nature, which is natural, because the soul is spirit also. We're the ray of that. And so when we abide in that transcendental Lord, see, then you become of that nature. See, you take on the Lord's nature. How is anybody going to learn the Lord's nature here unless they meet his representative, who is of that nature, who doesn't inspire for the fruits of action? See, they aspire for the fruits of this action, pure devotional service. That's why there's action in that, right? Yeah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Very easy, all the 9 processes of devotional services in chanting the holy names. It's great. I am not as spiritually advanced as Freddie. I'm replying to, I'm not talking about feeling lust or sexual desire or even any desire or physical stimulation for relief. Okay. So what was her question then again? Let's see.
She says, don't the lower energies have to be involved? Something like that. Shouldn't the lower energy centers be as active as the heart?
I see I see what you're saying. No, that's the energy rises. See, it depends where the energy is. It rises from the root chakra into the heart. Yeah, see, the higher centers here. Spirit, these are where the spirit centers are. The modes of nature are in the down, below. See, it rises, doesn't stay, because if it's centered there, it's sex, and that's where most people are. That's the demons are in the lower chakras, and they want to keep everybody in the lower chakras. That's why they put you in fear, survival type thing, keep your energy down there. See, but it rises by engaging in devotional service, associating with devotees like this, rises up here. And so there's no energy centered there to cause the erection. If you're doing it, if it's up there, if you're still kind of mixed, and then there might be some energy there still. Yeah. At least that's, yeah. Otherwise, it's this tantric thing. This, tantra, they try to, use the sex energy to raise up, but it's really, you don't need to do that stuff, and it doesn't. It's very slow. It's like all other paths, very slow. Better to just get the Lord's mercy and just the rises up. Yeah. Now you can ask Lolita if she feels any sex attraction. You feel any sex attraction? No, it's not like that. See? You can ask Johan also. I bet he doesn't get an erection either. Yeah. It's erect. See, goes up. Okay, John said, my lower centers feel locked, but my heart and above are full-blown, wide open. I feel locked. Yeah, I don't know. Could be, are they locked or repressed? Are you in repressions or something? Doesn't mean the energy, it's like, if you're locked, you might be repressed. I don't know. I know what Johan gets. Okay, back to Bhagavad Gita here, yeah. So all liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. I shall now explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men, and he is in a transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. One who sees inaction in action, you just see you're not the doer. See, that comes automatically, especially in chanting. You start to see, it's you're serving the name. So it's like, but it's kind of it's more than this Bhagavad Gita thing. See, you're calling the Lord, chanting. You see the Lord is doing. Otherwise on our own we can't do anything. See, we have the help of the Lord, and we help the Lord. We have the help of the Lord. We help the Lord. It's just this relationship. See, this is what makes it more intimate. There's a closeness in this. It's like, we're assisting the Lord. He's assisting us. We're assisting him. Very intimate, very wonderful, actually. This Sangha carries the highest ecstatic divine. Yeah. That's why it's hard to get where we're coming from here. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Guru Maharaj. I understand the first one, but not the second one. One who sees inaction, yeah, and then suddenly, but action in inaction. I don't understand.
Action, in inaction. Yeah, well, yeah. So in inaction, there's action. Things are going on. See, and in inaction, sees action, see activity, without doing anything. It's like magic. See, and it's almost like a person fantasize. It's like the metaverse. They're not really doing anything, but they're doing all these things. There's a spiritual counterpart to that. Yeah. So, one is understood to be in full knowledge whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. Yeah, desire for sense gratification. He is, let's look for the word on this. Here. Yasa, one who sarve, all sorts of attempts, kama, based on desire for sense gratification. And see, that's another thing. That's bewildering because a lot, it's like you see food and you're hungry, you want to eat, right? So if you want to be austere, you could say, I'm just going to renounce that. See? So that's what people were doing, or renouncing sex. And, you see a beautiful, you renounce that. See, it's all, so if you're that kind of person, then you follow that path. But most of us in Kali Yuga, we can't do that. And it's not really necessary. I mean, you just try to live a moderate life and be in Sadhu Sangha. And you're better than these big people trying to renounce and to do all these difficult things. I mean, that's even Arjuna. He had that path. See, if you get the path, he could listen to Krishna, hear Krishna. And, that was the main thing, because he said, I can't control all these things this way. Very difficult. So anyway, it's always back to the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, very difficult. People teaching these paths, yes, control this and that, then you're, difficult result. Yeah. That's, I think, enough of that right now. Okay. Let's see here. River, give us a word.
Hi, Maharaj. Maharaj, are you okay? You seem a bit different today.
Seem different? Do I seem different, Lilita?
Your energy. Don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me then. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Probably is.
So much ecstasy, Maharaj, today. These last few days, so much ecstasy. Going, being stable. Wow, it's such a relief for me and for you guys as well. It's such a relief. And I know people don't like to go through the purification, but they don't mind being whipped around by Maya, and the pure, and you don't get anything with Maya,
Yeah.
But with the purification, it feels like that for the false ego because you're so attached to it. But we get the Lord. We get that stability, we get that ecstasy, we get more the knowledge. Listening to your classes, doing the verses now, even before the first year when you used to explain the verses, that was always much better for me than hearing them. Because I didn't understand the verses, but when you explain them, that vibration was always great. And it's even better now, Maharaj. It's bigger and better because it's clearing out. And also just one more thing is to say about people say they love you. We love our guru, but then they don't love what you do in the sense that, what about the great devotees that you're making? These beautiful devotees that you're making that are in a way, like yourself to a degree, and they too can do what you do. And people dismiss that. The devotees dismiss that and just Maharaj. I understand. But if you're not around, if you're busy and if you're doing lots of other things, the other devotees that you make, that are beautiful and that can do that job to help people through purification or whatever they need, it works. It's so worked for me, Maharaj. Being able to go to Lalita and being able to listen to her and being able to transcend. Because of her purification, because of her kindness, because of her caring and beauty, compassion, it really works. So I'm just going to say that you've made some great devotees that can do this job, and for the other devotees not to dismiss them. And
some are dismissing them.
Yeah, it's just you. Karuna was a good example. But there are others now.
Yeah. That's silly because the Lord is empowering people in our Sangha with various beautiful gifts. Yeah. So
great gifts.
Karuna had a love-hate relationship with me. He could be very, very sweet as well, He had same feelings what he had towards Guru as well,
Love and hate.
Yeah. Love-hate stuff. Yeah.
But if they love you, then they love what you do. They love how you do it. And you've made these empowered devotees that we can go to and be pacified and get through our purification as well.
Yeah, that's what it's
that
about.
Is the whole point of this, for you to make more devotees, all of us just popping up. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, and some might be just a little neophyte. That's all. They just don't understand. Okay. They give respect to Guru, but not to other devotees. So that's why I've been sharing. I said, when the devotees get the devotional potency awakened, It's like you disrespect them, you're disrespecting God. Because once the Lord awakens in you, there's a possibility for more powerful purification and more powerful spanking, offense.
Yep.
You know, and so you go again. So that, in other words, you don't know the Lord as good as you think you know, because if you did, you would give respect to ecstatic devotees. See, that's why I say, you know, if you gurus or whoever followers of gurus don't give respect to the devotees in this Sangha that actually they carry the living God, the living Krishna and Lord Caitanya in them, and the realizations and the transcendental ecstasy. And you don't respect that, you don't know, that's neophyte. You don't know the real transcendental nature of the Lord. But those who come here, you get to learn about the transcendental nature of the Lord. Here are all these classes, you see all these things, you start to pick up the rays and purify you. This is your best probability of attaining Krishna that I can see. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, Maharaj, it happened again. You know, I wasn't feeling very well today throughout the night, and I could have sunken into that.
Yeah.
You know, but I went to Krishna. Like I wanted to ring the hospital and go, but I went to Krishna, you know, and I got through it with loads of ecstasy, and I feel okay.
That's great. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah,
Maharaj.
thank you. All right, good. Thank you there, River. Okay, Govinda, give us a word.
It's the best path, amazing path. It's the grace path. It gives us everything. I'm loving it. Last night I went to fellowship and Narcotics Anonymous for the first time in 2 years. So it's quite an experience. Having a great time. This is the path. It's just to accept. As you say, there's loads of people purporting to be Raganuga, and they write big pages, big manifestos, but it's very simply from Chaitanya's lips, your lips the same, Lalita Ganga's lips the same, Johan's lips the same, River Yamuna's, Amanarayan Das, Janaki, etc. It's loads and loads. Yes, it is certainly correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly a spiritual master. That's the benchmark. That's it. Simple.
It's a great verse. You know, it took me years to get anybody to believe it, because they who does he say? It's quite, you know, so simple, man. You know, no. If you, it's not about awakening things for Krishna. It's how austere you are, how many rules you follow. That's what Krishna consciousness is about. How many ceremonies do? How much are you following a morning program? See, the standard is that instead of the simple truth. Those who awaken devotion to certainly spiritual master. Where do you need a degree on the wall? People can see but they don't see. We teach everything you need to know of what is devotion to Krishna. What is the path to devotion to Krishna quickly? You know, what is the nature of devotion? Yeah, so many things.
The parallels in the Bible that are obviously there for those who know the modes of nature, and so much more. Otherwise, people are just in their illusions, not able to move on.
That's it.
It's.
So where are you walking there?
I'm walking to a place called Dalton from Frome, where there's a natural water source. And so there is a bus back. It's probably another 7 miles walking, but yeah, water's important, natural spring. And so I'm walking there with a few milk bottles I picked up on the way. I wash them out and get some natural spring water. So,
7 miles?
Yeah, it's near
7 miles. 7 miles?
It's a 9 mile trip out of town. Yeah, but there's a bus back. There's a bus back this evening about. Yeah, well, I just I value this water, this real water, but people, even I ask people, where's the nearest natural spring? Is there a nearest one? even in health shops, they don't know because they just don't know.
Can you camp out by the natural springs?
I'm going to stay at John's. I'm going to stay at John's for a little while. He's invited me. We're getting on nicely. We're doing a lot of fellowship and a lot of, just hanging out together.
Yeah.
So I got a nice place. It's a nice townhouse for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, great. Well, hey, thanks there, Govinda. Hey, Tom, give us a word.
Well, I feel I'm so fortunate to have this help of these devotees, of all of them here. When I look what they mean to me and how they help me, and they helped me, and they are still helping me, it's so this is real the refuge I need, and the help I need, and the nourishment. This is the real progress, and to recognize that they carry that consciousness, that living force. Like I said, I found that Chaitanya has two meanings: living force and consciousness. And these devotees, they carry it, and we can see that. And to when we see that and recognize that, we can also get it from them. We can get the consciousness. We can get the living force, the living water, the Chaitanya consciousness.
Well,
so it's all in this connection.
Chaitanya. See, the thing is, if you understand the complete Sri Krishna Chaitanya, is the living force for Lord Caitanya was the love of Krishna. See, Sri Krishna, and so Chaitanya, the living force, means Chaitanya was his living force, was the love of Krishna. It gave him the inspiration, it gave him the understanding, gave him everything. So that's why that name is so amazing. Is it explains everything in that name. It's like so his living force as a devotee, which is our living force, is the love of Krishna, the love of God, and that becomes our living force. We're not just conscious, aware. That's the Mayavadi. They're more into awareness or being conscious without. It's just you, man, just your consciousness. See? So the consciousness of a devotee, the living force, is their love for Krishna. See? So the awakening of that, yeah. Otherwise, it's just kind of dry, Like Janardhan, when he, a few months back, he was saying, I said, well, how I said, what do you want? He says, I just want to be aware. I want to be aware of awareness. So that's some kind of thing in the Mayavad, just aware of awareness. I said, well, we'll come here, you'll be aware of loving God, and that is the greatest awareness. And that aware that you're aware. He would just want to be aware that he's aware. I said, well, that's chunk change. That'll come automatically when you get the higher thing. Become aware how important it is to love Krishna. Become aware of what that's like to love Krishna. And then you carry that awareness forever. Otherwise, it's just aware of awareness. It's kind of dry, just awareness, just to become aware. But to become aware of the love of God, that's a deeper understanding, a deeper reality, a life experience. That's why the Word of God is the most confidential understanding of the Lord. Becomes your life, your experience of life, becomes your reality. It's all about the Word. They put you in illusion with the Word. People are in illusion with the Word. They're wearing masks, even in aware, because of the Word, the words they believe. the fear they produce. You see, so the word also, the conception of the Lord in his highest aspect, promoted by a real devotee who has that experience. Oh, man, what a reality that is, man. That's topmost reality. And that one lasts forever. Narada Muni will never change. He'll stay in that reality forever. It's always enthralling, ever fresh, and wonderful. The realities people are creating in this world by their word and by their thoughts, not very attractive, really.
I feel many people, they don't recognize this quality. They just walk along and they are focused on other things. They are not receptive.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why you have to hear regularly, so that this reality can open up for you. Otherwise, it's the realities of Maya. See, Maya's preaching words that becomes your God. See, your God creates your reality. What is your God? A demon or a demigod? A speculating demigod or just a tricky, lying, deceptive demon? So they're all speaking words. See, you want this reality? This one is, we show you, it's fantastic, it's topmost. It's an intelligent reality, logical, truthful, it's transcendental knowledge that causes you to transcend illusion or the lesser realities that are temporary. See, heaven is speculation. Heaven is still, they don't, they're speculating and creating things that come and go still. They believe in things that come and go. See, demons, they also believe in things that come and go, but on a lower level. See, so it's like that. So here, this is an eternal reality. That's why Bhagavatam is here, to give us that perfect conception of a living eternal reality. See, that's the word of God. The word of the true God, the one who lasts forever, not the Maya, the Mahamaya God. Okay, you know what? I got to go because I have to go to the restroom, and I think it's time to stop for a little while. Yeah, we had 20 people here. It's great. Okay, I'll play the music, and I'm
Just a very small thing. So where your God is, that is where you're focused, and there is where you can grow. There is your receptivity. And,
yeah.
Grow where your
or
bhakti
not
goes,
grow.
your progress goes.
Yeah. Sorry, do you want to say something, Lolita, also? No? Okay.
I can, but you go to the restroom, Guru.
Yeah, I'll say, what, you go ahead and I'll go do my thing here. Go ahead, you go share.
There is so much joy in this preaching. There is so much joy in hearing conclusive truth. There is so much joy in this worship, in meeting the Lord. My God, there is so much enthusiasm in this. This is so powerful. This is so beautiful. Really, growing up with a bona fide spiritual master is really the best thing that can overcome you, man. It's really, yeah. This power of Lord Caitanya, who's not only giving you the bliss, but also gives you the purification, because it is Lord Caitanya who is arranging all this. We all know this, we all experience this, and yeah, you've got to go through it, or otherwise you stay on a certain level in which you keep on saying, you don't have to do anything, It's all going by himself. You don't have to, and then you don't grow. You just don't grow. So it's about going through it, keep on hearing, and the bliss will come, man, and the understanding will come, the knowledge will come. Absolutely. So I don't have much more to say than that, but yeah. Now, where is Guru now?
You don't have to say, we just look at your face and we feel bliss and happiness, because that's the transcendental body of the relationship with Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And that's it, man. I can look at your face and happiness, and it speaks volumes. Just like Srila Prabhupada in that lucid dream after the class of Gaurahari and Mayapur. Prabhupada was smiling so massively that was voluminous. Oh my gosh.
He does it with everybody. Everybody who has an encounter with Srila Prabhupada, he receives that same smile.
I feel a little bit the mood of Gradadhar, who wanted to meet all the devotees, and there's still a devotee who shared with me their darshan of Prabhupada, and I haven't been able to arrange a meeting. We've tried on a few occasions, that hasn't happened, but there's so much juice just on the outer periphery of this Sangha. In the inner Sangha, here, ecstasy, bliss, absolute truth, understanding, man, everything.
Very condensed. Yeah, very condensed. It's really.
Ooh, this is exciting times, Lolita. Apocalypse now. Radha Krishna lips now. Isn't it? Ooh, Gauranga Nityananda lips now. As the world falls apart. But the devotees undergo them.
Yeah.
We're undergo.
Everything is here. Look at Yamuna.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Being able to transcend her bodily feelings, and yeah, it's really working.
Great.
It's really working.
A great example. Great example. When you just listen to her ecstasy, a glorification of Guru. That's it, man. Yeah. I'm just passing a lane that reminds me of those in where I was also, in those Sanghas. They're like this. I'll turn this around. You have to read it in reverse. They're donkeys, man. They're donkeys. They're doing donkey work. They're like loading themselves up with all this heavy baggage to take up to the top of the mountain, like donkeys. Believing in that many lifetimes is your faithlessness in Mahaprabhu. Is your faithlessness in what's going on here. This is devotion to Sri Krishna. Carry on.
Yeah, you can expect that they see. They are blinded. Not only people of religion, but atheists are also blinded. You've got to open those eyes. Yeah, by the pure sound, hearing, and learn to accept actually what's happening, what the Lord arranges for you, especially specifically for you, because it's different for everybody. You know, it's very different for everybody. So yeah, that's part of the growth. It's learn to accept, and that's actually the secret. That's how you surrender gradually. You know.
Yeah.
You can fight with him as much as you want, but he will win. He will win.
There's some great pastimes. I think it's Jumbavan. Was it Jumbavan who was fighting with, I think, Krishna? Jumbavan was fighting for 40 days and 40 nights. And he finally realized, man, you've got to be Krishna. I can't beat you. I just can't beat you. It's like that. Yeah. If you can't beat them, join them. You can't beat us in Siddhanta philosophy because you can't beat Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you're just beating yourself, actually. We're just beating ourselves with not accepting and not surrendering. All these things we talk about in fellowship. It was so nice to go back last night and somebody in early recovery said, would you like to come? I thought, yeah. It was so amazing. Just the power and the opportunity to share about the modes of nature. Yes. I did shared a little bit about Chaitanya Lila to people personally, but you know, first we can make friendships, can't we? And then
of course.
Can go a little bit deeper.
We are beating ourselves by not glorifying even. We are beating ourselves by not glorifying even.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true.
what I noticed though, taking something out of the rooms and sharing it, what someone was sharing last night, is because of the cheating propensity of the modes of nature, people have an inability to listen to where the actual truth is. So we need to give reports and explanations like on the ecstasy and help people and one-to-ones with over coffee, whatever it might be, because to most people it's craziness. They can't distinguish between mental illness and
we don't hear you anymore. We don't hear you anymore, Govinda.
I can hear he says ecstasy. Ecstasy.
Yeah. Ecstasy.
Ecstasy.
Say something, Yamuna.
Yamuna, I turn off my mic.
Of Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
All right. Let's play the song. All right. Thank you for coming, everybody, and let's let Mahavirya give us a song.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting Hari's name. Haribo,